In this video, we're going to take a look at a concept on ratios. This is from section 6.7 of your textbook. The problem that we're going to do reads as follows. We want to express each phrase as a ratio in simplest form. So the example that we're going to look at is I'm going to provide you 7 to 24.5. So when we express ratios, we want to go ahead and write this as a fraction. So if we do that, we would have our 2 becomes our division bar, and then our 24.5 would be placed in your denominator. So the issue here is that we want to express this in simplest form. And if you take a look at this, we have a decimal in our denominator, so that should be a tip-off right then and there that this is not in the simplest form that we can go. So what we can actually do then is, let's go ahead and first eliminate the decimal. And what we do is, the trick is, if I want to get rid of the decimal, I'm going to move it, in this case, one spot to the right. But if I do that to the bottom value, I have to locate the decimal in the numerator, and I also have to move it one step to the right. And when I do that, I create a 0 here. The reason being is, if we do an aside, the full explanation of this is, if you were to go through and multiply the top and the bottom of this fraction by 10, this gives us 70, and when you do 24.5 times 10, that moves the decimal. So that is why we are going to go ahead and work with 70 over 245. So from here, this just looks like a really big fraction. I should see if I can go ahead and clean it up. So I'm going to go ahead and do this in steps, but just to show you that you don't have to simplify it on the first try. I do notice here in the case of 70 and 245, both numbers either end in a 0 or a 5, which if you think about it, if you go through your 5 times tables, these are multiples of 5. So I'm going to divide both by 5. Okay, and that is going to give me, let's see here, 14 over, let's see, 49, okay? So from here then, please double check my work, but I am very confident that I did that right. Alright, notice now that we have a 14 and a 49. I know that I can reduce the top and the bottom both by 7. So this is going to boil down to a 2 over a 7. Now, I know that my solution is done because I have a 2 over a 7. 2 and 7 are both prime numbers, and therefore I know that I can't reduce them down any further. Alright, so our final answer then is what I have boxed in this neon green, 2 over 7.